Honestly, I'm currently shaking with so much rage that I can barely type on my keyboard. Grab your biggest cup of coffee, grab whatever you need to hold on to because we have to talk, and I mean really talk, about the absolute madness happening in Fairmont Crest right now. I am literally screaming at my screen, and I know you guys are going to lose your minds right along with me. Are you kidding me, Vanessa? I just, I cannot even process what I just watched. Deanna walking in and catching Vanessa literally burning the last remaining belongings of Doug. It is sick. It is actually genuinely sick. I felt my stomach drop all the way to the floor when Deanna opened that door. Let me paint the picture for you because it is seared into my brain forever. Deanna walks in and there is an actual fire going. Vanessa isn't just throwing away old receipts or packing things into a donation box. She is burning Doug's clothes. She is tossing his memories into the flames. You can just smell the smoke, the ash, the burning history of a man who was her father. Vanessa was standing there, tossing his things into the fire like they meant absolutely nothing, like Doug was just some piece of trash she needed to incinerate to clear out her closet. I am so furious I could punch a wall right now. Deanna's face, oh my God, the sheer unadulterated betrayal and rage in her eyes. I felt every single ounce of her pain in that exact second. You do not just erase a man's existence from his own house unless you are trying to hide something or unless you are completely dead inside. What kind of a mother does that in the home she shares with her grieving daughter? And you know what the most tragic part of all of this is? The absolute worst, most heartbreaking detail that makes me want to cry for Deanna. If Deanna hadn't walked in on this horrifying bonfire of memories, she was actually on the verge of making peace with her mother. Yes, Deanna was finally softening. She was probably walking into that room thinking, you know what? She's my mom. We are both grieving. Maybe we can heal together. Maybe we can finally move forward. But no! Vanessa just had to ruin it in the most spectacular, unforgivable way possible. Deanna cannot and will not accept this. How could she? Deanna cannot accept the fact that Vanessa wants to completely wipe clean every single trace of Doug that still lingers in their home. It's not just about moving on, it's about eradication. This action, this desperate need to destroy any physical trace of Doug is the final puzzle piece for Deanna. It completely solidifies what she, and let's be real, what all of us watching at home has been suspecting for weeks. Vanessa and Joey Armstrong were absolutely 100% hooking up before Doug died. The timeline is glaringly obvious now. You don't just jump into bed with the shady casino owner who runs the town's underground unless the sheets were already warm. Deanna's mind is connecting the dots, and honestly, I am right there with her, pacing around my room like a detective stringing red yarn on a corkboard. If Vanessa was already involved with Joey while Doug was still breathing, then what else is she lying about? Deanna is now fully convinced that Vanessa is somehow tied to Doug's death. And let me tell you, if Vanessa knows that Joey pushed Doug to his death, if she knows that the man she is currently sleeping with is the reason her husband is in the ground and she is covering it up, I will never ever forgive her character. Never. She is aiding and abetting a murderer. She is choosing her illicit, dirty, dangerous romance with Joey Armstrong over the blood of her own husband and the sanity of her daughter. Deanna is drowning in this hatred for her mother right now, and I do not blame her one single bit. I want to jump through the screen and give Deanna the biggest hug in the world. She is so isolated, so broken, and she just wishes Doug was here. She is crying out for her dad. This makes that whole May 29th spoiler make so much sense. Remember when Doug appeared to Deanna? We all thought, is it a ghost? Is it a hallucination? Of course she is seeing him. Her trauma is so deep. Her desperation for her father to save her from this nightmare is so intense that she is literally manifesting him out of thin air? Or is she? Hold that thought, because my brain is cooking up the wildest theory, but I need to talk about Donnell first. So what does Deanna do with this explosive rage and these terrifying realizations? She runs straight to her brother, Donnell, and she drops the absolute heaviest truth bomb of the century. She tells Donnell straight up that the Doug McBride Memorial Clinic, you know, the one that Leslie Thomas is funding and that Joey and Vanessa love to parade around, is nothing but a giant, disgusting smokescreen. It is a PR stunt. It is a curtain of hypocrisy designed to make Vanessa and Joey look like grieving, generous saints while they hide the fact that they are the ones who destroyed Doug. I was cheering when Deanna said this. Yes, girl. Expose them. Burn their fake reputation to the ground. The hypocrisy of that memorial clinic makes my blood boil to a temperature I didn't know was possible. Imagine Joey Armstrong, the man who literally caused Doug's demise, putting his dirty casino money and influence anywhere near a building named after his victim. It is psychological warfare. It is a sick, twisted joke that Joey and Vanessa are playing on the entire town of Fairmont Crest. Deanna sees right through it. She sees the blood on the walls of that clinic. But the real question that has me biting my nails down to the quick is, will Donnell believe her? Donnell is such a wild card right now, guys. We already know from the timeline that Donnell has been making all these demands of Joey lately. Donnell thinks he is playing the game. He thinks he can manipulate the casino boss and get what he wants. But Donnell's playing checkers while Joey's playing chess. If Deanna comes to him and says, "Hey, idiot, the man you are doing business with is the man who murdered our father and our mother is his accomplice," what is Donnell going to do? Is he going to hear her out? Or is he going to look at his sister, who is clearly having a mental breakdown, and think she is just being too harsh on their mom? I swear, if Donnell takes Vanessa's side, he is dead to me. If he says something stupid like, "Oh, Deanna, you're just grieving. Mom is just trying to move on," I will throw my laptop out the window. Donnell needs to wake up. He needs to look at the facts. The burning clothes, the rushed relationship, the shady clinic, it all points to murder and betrayal. Please, Donnell, be the big brother Deanna needs right now. If Donnell turns his back on her, Deanna is going to be completely alone in this fight, and Joey is way too powerful for her to take on by herself. Joey is currently dealing with the police closing in. Jacob Hawthorne is breathing down his neck, thinking he's the head of the black market, and Joey is getting ready to meet the real boss of the crime syndicate. Joey is stressed, which means he is extremely dangerous. If he finds out Deanna is trying to expose him and Vanessa, what will he do to her? I am terrified for Deanna's safety. Okay, let me take a deep breath because I am about to dive into my absolute favorite theory right now. I need to talk about Doug. I am praying to the soap opera gods right now. What if Doug is still alive? What if that appearance on Friday, May 29th, wasn't a hallucination at all? What if Doug faked his death or survived whatever Joey did to him and has been hiding in the shadows this entire time? I need this to be true so badly. I need Doug to kick down the doors of the Dupree mansion or the casino and scream, "I'm back, you traitors!" Just imagine the poetic justice of it all. Doug coming back from the dead to completely dismantle Joey's life. He could expose the affair, expose the attempted murder, and rip that fake memorial clinic to shreds in front of the entire hospital board. But wait, my brain is going even further. What if Doug isn't just hiding? What if Doug is the impaler? Oh my God, I just got full body chills. Even typing that, I am screaming. Think about it. The impaler is this mysterious, terrifying crime boss running the plasma ring. Everyone is terrified of him. Jacob Hawthorne is literally losing his mind, suffering from severe PTSD, pushing Naomi away and obsessing over catching the impaler. Joey Armstrong is sweating bullets, preparing to meet this guy. If Doug is the impaler, it would be the most legendary, jaw-dropping villain origin story in the history of daytime television. I don't even care if it makes Doug a bad guy. I don't even care if he becomes the ultimate villain. I want him to be the mastermind, pulling the strings, torturing Joey from the shadows. Joey thinks he's so smart, running his little casino, covering up murders, sleeping with his victim's wife. Imagine Joey walking into that dark warehouse for his big meeting with the syndicate boss. The chair slowly turns around, and it is Doug MC Bride. Joey would literally wet his pants. Joey would be so terrified he wouldn't even be able to speak. He would be completely paralyzed. And think about the massive ripple effects this would have across the entire show. If Doug is the impaler, do you realize what that means for the rest of Fairmont Crest? The impaler is the head of the plasma ring. The plasma ring is the reason Derek Baldwin is dead. Derek took a bullet for Jacob Hawthorne because of this syndicate. If Jacob finds out that the man responsible for his best friend's death is Doug MC Bride, oh my God, the collision of storylines would be biblical. Ashley Morgan is crying her eyes out right now, holding Derek's Medal of Honor, while Doug might be sitting in a warehouse counting black market money and plotting his revenge. It is so dark, but it is such brilliant television. And the look on Vanessa's face, oh, I would pay money to see the look on Vanessa's face when she realizes the husband she tried to burn out of existence is actually the most powerful, dangerous man in the city. She would crumble. She would realize she backed the wrong horse. Doug wouldn't just take his family back. He would destroy everything Vanessa and Joey have built. The poetic symmetry of that is just too good. Vanessa burns Doug's past, and Doug returns to burn their future. I am manifesting this storyline. The writers need to do this. We need Deanna to be vindicated. We need Donald to realize he's been played. And we need Joey Armstrong to face the ultimate karma. What do you guys think? Am I totally crazy for wanting Doug to be the impaler? Do you think Donnell is going to believe Deanna about the clinic being a fake front? Let me know in the comments because I am going to be obsessing over this until the next episode airs. I cannot handle the suspense